Good afternoon, y'all. I'm so glad you're back. It's day 2 of our fabulous and fun, or fun and fabulous week of pampering all our chefs. So we're going to be demonstrating again some pampered chef tools. I don't have Marion with me here today, but I do have a few of the pampered chef tools, and I think you'll enjoy getting to use these. They're kind of unique. Anyhow, we're going to start off. We're making mini cheesecakes today, and I'll tell you the reason I wanted to do cheesecake is because Bob, bless his heart, he went out to the freezer and he pulled out a big bag of those wild blueberries that he just loves, and he, every so often he'll just take a few out and eat them. Well, he took the bag out and sat it over on the hood of my car, and then I guess got distracted doing something else or getting something else out of the freezer and forgot that they were out there. So they thawed nicely. They're still cold. It was very cold out there, but they were thawed. So I told him I would take them and make some sort of a topping or a pie or something with them. So I think we'll just use some fresh, those little thawed out blueberries. I'll make some kind of little topping to go on top of these little cheesecakes. So I thought that would be a good way to salvage those before, because it was a big bag. I don't think we could just eat them really fast. But anyhow, we're going to be making our own graham cracker crust. Now, if you've got graham cracker crumbs, or if you prefer to, well, you couldn't really buy the crust and put it in these pans, but if you've got graham cracker crumbs, you could just use those. But I didn't have any graham cracker crumbs on hand, so I'm just taking a box of, these are Nabisco grahams, but you can get any brand, just graham crackers, and they come in little packages inside there. So I've already ground up some of them, but I just wanted to show you, it's real simple. You just pull them out of your little package and just break them into fairly, semi-small pieces here into your food processor. And then just put the top on and give it a whirl. Now this is going to be a little bit noisy, so you won't be able to hear me. I'm just going to be pulsing this for a minute or two. Better. Almost there. Pretty good. So I've already got some in the bowl here so you can see, and I'll dump these in here now. Let me get this over here. There we go. I'm just going to dump these right in the bowl. So now we've got about 3 cups of graham cracker crumbs in there, which is what you need to make 2 pie shells. But of course we're not making pie shells. We're going to be putting them in these mini muffin pans. So you can order the mini muffin pans on the Pampered Chef group if you want to join that group, or you can buy them wherever you want. But the mini muffin pans are just really nice to have. This one actually holds, I think, 24 mini muffins, which is usually just right if you're making little tiny cupcakes with a mix. That would work. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to stir in a 1/2 cup of sugar. Let me stir that in. Just mix it in really good with all the graham cracker crumbs. And then I've melted, using my little koozie, I've melted 2/3 of a cup of butter, which is about 1 stick and 2 more tablespoons. So I'm just going to pour this right in here. And stir that all in. And it doesn't look like it's, it looks like I didn't put enough butter in there, but I'm sure that by the time we get it, I keep stirring, it's all going to get dampened, because that's all you want it. You don't want it juicy or anything. You just want it slightly dampened so that you can mold it into the little muffin pans. And I'm going to show you how we do that with another special tool that I kind of gave you a sneak peek on yesterday. It's another little Pampered Chef cute tool, and I understand that it's going to be discontinued at the end of this month, so if you want one, you better get it now. All right, so this all looks, I want you to see how that looks now. See, that's kind of where you could, it's just moist enough, I think we'll be able to dampen it down, tamp it down, and it'll form nicely. So, all right, let me move this out of the way. I'll get back with you in just 1 second. Let me move everything. All right, I'm back. I wanted to show you, I went ahead and did a couple of little test ones to make sure I was doing it right. But I've got this is the small scooper from Pampered Chef. It's the small one. And all I'm doing is I'm dipping into here, and I'm pushing, making sure I've got it packed into that little scooper. And then just doing like that, emptying it out into the little muffin tin, and then pushing down with this little tool, which is just like a little, looks like a little dumbbell or something, but it fits perfectly right in there. And so you can see, let me get this closer to you so you can see how those just go right in there, and it pushes down and has a nice flat bottom in there. I think you can see those. So I will keep making these, and when I get them all in there, then I'm just going to put them in the oven and bake them. I think the recipe, I'll have to go back and look, but I think the recipe said for about 7 or 8 minutes at the most. So you just get this right in the center, push down, and then it forms that little crust. So I'll get the rest of these done, and then we'll get them in the oven. Be back in a minute. Okay, y'all, I filled up this first pan, and I already have some left, and I decided to do these in the larger muffin pans. So I've got the big scoop out now. This is the bigger scoop, and I'm just filling it up and putting it right in the, and then you can take this same tool and just push it all around and kind of even push it up against the sides, but you're also, pushing down on that bottom, getting it nice and flat so it'll hold your ingredients. But see, that works perfect too. Look how nice that did. You can see it got a nice flat bottom in those muffin cups. So you can make larger size cheesecakes, which I'm sure that's what Bob's gonna want to eat. The sun's going low out here, and that's why the sun shines on my face when I get back here, so hope that doesn't mess y'all up too much. Anyhow, I'll be back with you in just a minute. I'm gonna get these finished and get them in the oven. Hey y'all, I'm back, and here are the muffin, the crust in the muffin tins. There's the tiny ones and the regular ones. You can see it made 8 of the regular size as well as 24 of the little ones. So that recipe makes quite a few of these. Now I'm going to be making the actual cheesecake part that's going to go into each one. So I've put 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese in here. They get to about room temperature. Might have been still a little bit cold, but I've been beating it so it's a little bit better than it was. Now I'm going to put a half a cup of sugar in here with it and turn it on. Now it's going to be a little bit noisy, so hopefully you can hear me over it. I just wanted to say, starting to get a little bit fluffy now, so now I'm going to turn it down on real low. And I'm going to add 3 eggs. I've already cracked 3 eggs into this bowl, so I'm just going to try to add one at a time if I can. There's one. Put a bead in there. The other one. It's pretty good. 2 out of the 3 there. Alright, it's looking real creamy. I'll show you in just a second. There goes the 3rd of it. Let me see if I can bring you up here so you can see it. Might be a little noisy, but y'all will see down in there. It's just flipping up pretty good. Looks a little juicy. That's good because it's going to cook. And then it'll rise up some because of the eggs that are in there. And now I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. Turn it down just a little bit. All right, and that's all that goes in that. So I'm going to scrape down the size of the bowl, get it off of here, and then I'll show you how I'm going to put it into the pre-cooked crust. Hey y'all, some of you have asked me about my mixer stand here and want to know how it works. So I'm just going to show you. There's 2 little levers up under here, and so I just pull those levers, and then this thing just swings right down into my cabinet like that, and then I can just close the door. So it's a wonderful thing to have, especially if you have back problems like I do. So just want to tell you that. Now let me get you back over here and we will start doing the filling these crust. Okay, so I've got my mixing bowl here and I've got the little scooper. I think I'll try doing the little scooper ones first. Going again, just take a little bit in the scooper and put it right in like that. So I think that's going to work perfect. I don't know how much they're going to rise or if they're going to rise, but hopefully they'll set and be firm like cheesecake's supposed to be. But aren't they cute? I just think they're so cute. Anyhow, I'll finish filling those, and I'll probably use the big scooper to fill the big ones, and then when I get them all done, I'll get back with you. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I got them all filled, and it used up all the batter except the last 4 that were empty on here. I had enough batter left that I went back to my original recipe, and what it said to do was to take a vanilla wafer and stick a vanilla wafer in the bottom of one of the paper muffin cups, and then put this filling in it. So that's what I did on these last 4, just so I wouldn't waste it. So you can see those are in the little paper cups, the paper muffin liners. So anyhow, now I'm going to put them in the oven. They're going to bake for about 20 minutes on 350. So I will let you know how they turn out. We'll be back in a minute. Hey y'all, I got them out of the oven. I've let them cool a little bit. Look how cute. You can see that. It's the cutest little cake. So I'm about to make the blueberry topping, and I've never made this, so I'm just trying to see if I can make it good. We had about 3 cups of the little blueberries that had thawed, and so I need to cook them up. So I've put the blueberries are down in this pan, and I've put 2 tablespoons of butter in there with it. And now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Okay, and then I'm only going to add a half a cup of sugar. I think it really, the recipes that I've seen call for a little bit more sugar per cup of blueberries, but Bob likes his things more tart, so I'm only going to put half a cup of sugar in there. That way if he asks me, I'll be able to tell him. And I'm going to put cornstarch. So when you're mixing cornstarch, you have to go ahead and just mix it in with a little bit of water. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in here. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of water and stir that in together. So let me get the water and get that going. Okay, so I'm just going to mix that cornstarch so it's not, doesn't have any lumps or anything in it. And so it's just a smooth liquid. Turn the fire on over this, so get it cooking. Because those blueberries had thawed, there was a lot of water in the package, so I did drain them to get most of that water out. So, I'm just pouring this cornstarch in there. And we're also going to add a half a teaspoon of vanilla. We're just going to cook this until it starts getting thick, and when it's the consistency that we want to put on top of the cheesecake, then we'll take it off the heat and it'll be ready. And we can try one of those darling little cheesecakes. So I'll get back with you in just a little bit and show you how it's turning out. Okay, I want you to see this is really getting thick now. You can see how it really coats on the spoon. Oh, sorry, my light's flashing here, but I was trying to have it where it didn't have a glare for y'all. But see how it's coated on the back of the spoon now? So I think my sauce is pretty much ready. Alright, so I've taken one of the little mini cheesecakes. I've put some of the blueberry sauce on top of it. Look how great that looks, y'all. And I'm about to do a taste test, so let me cut it. It's like a 2-bite dessert here. Y'all, Bob is gonna love this. It's not too sweet. The blueberries complement that cheesecake so well. You gotta try it. Talk to y'all tomorrow for another fun and fabulous day of our week of pampering our chefs. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.